This looks fun.
Purses are a lot more complicated to make and manufacture than a t-shirt.
We've broken a lot of rules.
On the BBH George.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the strangest debate show, or the weirdest debate show in the world. I am your host, Bad Boy Halo, and I would like to introduce you to our special guest today, George. George, say hi.
Hello.
Dang it, Ron. But anyway, so I will reposition the rat here shortly. But in the meantime, for anyone who has never showed up to one of these podcasts, let me explain how it works very simply. Essentially, what we're going to do is pick a random topic, which we have already selected the topic of the day. We are then going to randomly choose who is going to defend that topic between George and myself, and whoever wins, whatever topic we select, the person will randomly be picked whether they're in favor of it or stay or opposed to it. And if they are, hold on 1 second. If they are in favor of it, up, come here, come on, up, come here, come on. If they are in favor of it or opposed, come here. A treat? Want a treat? Come here.
You should be singing on the radio.
If
He's
they're in
just
favor of it or opposed to
got a Skeppy hoodie.
will be randomly determined. Perfect. Okay, she's in perfect position. Stay.
Oh my
Stay.
god.
Anyway, whether they're in favor of it or opposed to it will randomly determine. Stay. No, it's not a treat. This is not a treat. This is the opposite of a treat. Gosh darn it! And you stay. No, stay. Take it. All right, I will fix the rat cam. In the meantime,
Join us on
We're randomly
twitch.tv/onlyhs.
yes, the rat, the topic say we have picked for today is should everybody be required to wear a helmet everywhere? Or I guess the affirmative statement would be everybody should be required to wear a helmet everywhere at all times. Okay, and that is going to be the topic for today. So here we go. I will put the rat back into her place. Go get it. But so that's going to be our topic for today, is that everyone has to wear a helmet everywhere. Now, let me explain how it goes. We're going to randomly pick between myself or George as to who will defend the topic, or who will be in favor of it and who will be opposed. And then whoever is in favor of it / opposed will do their best job to defend it. At the end, we'll have you guys vote on who the winner is. Everybody kind of understand that? Perfect. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Are you ready, George?
I'm ready.
Okay,
Flip the
so
coin.
do you agree that the affirmative statement is everybody has to wear helmets everywhere at all times? You are never allowed to take your helmet off under any conditions. Do you agree? Unless you are like swapping out one helmet for, say, another helmet, or other reasonable circumstances like that. But when you're sleeping, when you're going to school, every location, driving, everywhere, you have to wear a helmet. So that's our affirmative
A golden
statement,
one?
correct?
Of course, yes.
All right, perfect. Now, let's go ahead and randomly decide who is in favor of it and who is opposed to it. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Here we go. All right. Do you want heads or tails?
Heads.
Okay. If it lands on heads, you're in favor of the affirmative statement. If it lands on tails, I am.
Okay.
Hey Siri, flip a coin.
Heads.
Hey! You are now in favor of the affirmative statement.
Helmet's the best.
You are in favor of everybody should be required to wear a helmet everywhere. Under no circumstances can you remove it. I am opposed to it. Okay? Understand?
Yep.
All right. Do you want to start first or should I?
You should go first.
I should go first.
You should go
You
first.
should go since you're in favor of it. Go ahead.
You want me to?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Everyone has to wear helmets. Yes, absolutely incredible idea. There's no downsides that are even possible. Okay, so let's just take an example where people already wear helmets. So riding bikes or motorbikes, I guess most people wear them when they wear a motorbike. At least in my country. I guess in other countries they don't. But this rule where everyone has to wear a helmet to be completely the law. If you see someone without a helmet, it's going to be just so weird, right? There's going to be pretty much everyone wearing helmets. If you see someone without a helmet, it's going to be very weird, and everyone's going to, they're going to have to be dealt with. They're going to have to get their helmet on. Otherwise, they're going to have to face the consequences. So basically, it's going to be a lot safer for everyone riding their bikes who currently don't wear helmets, because people get knocked off their bike all the time. They crack their head open and they die. So these helmets are going to save you many lives. It's just a great idea. Helmets, it's going to boost the economy. We're going to have all these sales of helmets everywhere. Everyone's going to be buying helmets. The economy is going to get saved. Think about how stylish you can be with these helmets. You could start selling Bad Boy Halo helmets on your merch store, which doesn't exist yet, I guess. Other YouTubers can sell merch of their helmets. Imagine having a Skeppy helmet. Imagine you could have a golden helmet on your merch store. It'd be the best. Helmets, there's just so much customization that you can put onto a helmet. I don't know, there's just so many possibilities.
Okay. Is that all? Are you done?
I think I sold the helmet.
Okay. Well, then I will go ahead and give my opening arguments, and then we will get into the debate of the topic. Okay. Well, so I'll just say that, helmets are great. I think everybody in general is in favor of helmets. They think people should wear helmets, but I don't think everybody wants to be required to wear a helmet. Okay? Wearing a helmet is something you do when you're riding a bike. Wearing a helmet is something you do if you're riding a motorcycle. Wearing a helmet is something you do when you're in a helicopter or something like that. But when you're walking down the street, when you're in a restaurant eating food, when you're lying in your bed, are these really places you need to be wearing a helmet? And I mean, please explain to me why we need to mandate that everybody wear a helmet while they're sitting on the toilet. Give me a good argument for that, George. Okay. Not only that, there's literally none is the answer, because guess what? Helmets are good in certain places and they're bad and annoying and cumbersome in others. So yes, there are advantages to helmets, but there are a million disadvantages to them as well. So I'm sorry, but you're mistaken, George. This is an awful policy. I think what you will just do is add a cumbersome amount of extra labor and work for people that they have to meet, where they have to make sure that they're wearing a helmet every day or in every part of their life. It's just absurd. It's nonsensical, and people shouldn't have to waste that much effort just to make sure that they're wearing a helmet. Okay. Those are my opening arguments. All right. Anyway, I think it did a pretty good job. So now, guys, that was the opening argument part. Now we're going to jump right in to the debate portion of the show. Now, in the debate portion of the show, pretty much we just have back and forth. There's no rules, as long as we don't kill each other. Rat, get back up on the pillow. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to try
Control your rat.
Correct the rat's position. Stop showing. Turn this way. There we go. Okay,
your rat being inappropriate.
Stay.
Amazing. You're listening to On the HOS.
Okay. Is the rat perfectly positioned?
Yeah, it's okay.
Lay down. Okay. Anyway. All right, we're back. I apologize. Anyway. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Are you kidding?
That's okay. That's okay. Don't worry. We have a great tool already.
I'm so done. Anyway, let's just jump right into it. Here we go. Are you ready, George? Let's do this.
Yeah.
All right. You want to open it? Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So you're saying how you don't want to wear your helmet everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't think it's quite really what you want, but what is best for you. Okay. So your head is kind of the most important part of your body. You know,
Okay.
if you sustain an injury to your head, it's likely to, be a lot more damaging than if, I don't know, you get an injury on your leg or something, or your arm. Your head is just very, I don't know, squishy, okay? So wearing a helmet at all times is just going to help prevent so many injuries. You're saying, oh, why do you need to wear a helmet on the toilet? Well, there's been so many times when ceilings have just fallen down and you'd be sitting on the toilet and your head just gets completely crushed by whatever's above you. Helmets will just save pretty much 85% of injuries, I'm assuming, around there. Like, if you're wearing a helmet at all times, you're just a lot more, invincible. I don't know how to say it. It's like you've got protection 4 or something. Like, you're just always protected if you have your helmet on. And I think we should even go further than just a helmet. We should kind of have those, those riot shield helmets that the police have. It's kind of like a full head helmet. You just got to have full protection.
Okay. So you're saying that helmets have a bunch of natural advantages to them. Is that
Of
what
course.
you're saying?
I mean, your only disadvantages about helmets is that, I don't know, it's inconvenient to wear a helmet.
Inconvenience to wear a helmet. You think that's the only thing bad about them? I got a question for you, George.
Well, if we make
hold on.
if we make helmets,
let me ask
let
you
me say
something,
one more
George.
thing.
No,
if we make helmets,
if I want to ask you a question.
100% required. We're gonna get these sleek new designs. They're not just gonna be these big,
Wow.
annoying helmets. We're
Yeah,
gonna get
because
these
helmets, there's
really
so much to be done.
High tech helmets.
No, answer me this, George. Answer me this, okay? With your policy and how you're in favor of helmets, let me ask you: are you in favor of laws then to require people to wear helmets while biking?
Wait, say that again.
Are you?
We already have. We already need laws
are
to
you?
wear helmets.
Are you in favor of those laws?
Yes.
Why?
Because if you fall off, it protects you.
Okay, so your argument is that people wearing helmets while biking helps them, right? It helps
Yes.
keep people alive. Would you be surprised then if I told you that everywhere that bike helmet laws are implemented, people end up with more serious injuries and more fatalities when riding bikes? Did you know that?
Why is that?
The reason why that is because when people are wearing helmets, they do things that they would not otherwise do. They feel safer, and so they do things that put themselves more at risk. And a bunch of studies back up this data. So what you're saying is you want to take the laws that have made it so more people are getting seriously injured or killed when riding bikes because they take more risks, and you want to apply that everywhere in everybody's day-to-day life. And so that what you're basically going to lead to is people in their day-to-day life will feel safer because they're wearing a helmet, and then they will start doing things that are more risky and more likely to hurt them. So that's basically.
So you
where
think
your
just because
argument-
people are wearing helmets, they're just going to start doing stupid things like jumping off buildings and
the data shows
diving into concrete?
Listen, the data shows that if you do that with
I'd like to see
helmets
this
and
data.
bike
Where have you
riding,
seen this
you can look it up.
data?
There have been several empirical studies done on it. Okay. The point is, okay, your objective, which you have stated, of reducing injuries to people will not actually be achieved with this policy. In fact, you will wind up with more people injured because more people will be making risky decisions and doing risky things that they otherwise wouldn't have been doing because they weren't wearing a helmet to keep themselves safe. Think about that, George.
No, the pros of wearing these helmets will most certainly outweigh these risky decisions that people make by wearing helmets, because the majority
People
of
said that with helmets on bikes.
majority of accidents that occur to people, if they were wearing a helmet, they would just be completely safe. Now, you're saying
Yeah,
if you
and
wear
guess
these helmets, they're just
Oh,
going to
well-
be like, oh, I'm just going to start being. My AI is just going to get deleted and I'm just going to do stupid things. That doesn't happen.
Look, George, would you jump?
I've worn a helmet
Would
before.
you jump
and
out
it
of
does
a
not affect
plane?
me.
Would you jump out of a plane without a parachute?
You
wouldn't.
I mean,
The fact
no.
you have a piece of safety equipment leads you to being willing to take the risk of jumping out of a plane. You're not going to jump out of a plane without a parachute because you know the odds of surviving are basically nil. But when you add in a certain element of perceived safety, people are much more likely to take risks.
No,
The
it's not.
science back this
We will
up.
implement
No,
it in a
stop.
way.
The
We'll
science
implement it in a
backs this
way.
up. You can see it with bicycle helmets. You want to take that same principle and when you want to apply it everywhere else in life, which will guaranteed lead to more people injured. You're
Listen,
not actually going to help people. Okay.
No, this will be
You're
the
going
most
to end up
helpful thing
hurting
to
more people.
society. Okay. Listen, this is what's going to happen. The way we will implement this helmet necessity, we won't phrase it in a way it's like, oh, this is going to make it safer. The way we will say it is
But
that
that's your
wearing
main
these
argument.
helmets, no, wearing these helmets will reduce your risk of injury if an accident occurs. So the rate of accidents occurring stays exactly the same, but your chance of sustaining an injury once an accident does occur is majorly reduced due to the fact that you're wearing this helmet that protects your cranium.
Yes, but now you've incentivized people to make riskier decisions. Okay.
No,
and to
we're
do
not
riskier
incentivizing
things.
risky decisions at all.
Yes, you are, because people think that they have a higher chance of surviving. Again, if you
Just
wear
because
a helmet,
you have a high,
you
okay, look,
feel
if I told you,
safer.
if I
you
told
feel
you,
like you're at less
listen,
of a risk of being injured. Okay.
this is what you're saying. Okay, this is what you are saying. Do we have a swimming pool, one shark in it? Would you jump into that pool, Bad?
no, because I don't
Now,
shark.
now what you're saying? Oh, now there's 10 sharks. Now you're not gonna jump into. Okay, no, with 10 sharks, right? You're not gonna jump into it. Now there's one shark. You're still not
User
gonna jump
joined your
into it.
channel.
Well, yeah, like the risk of dying is smaller, but you're still not gonna jump into it.
No,
There's still a shark in that
Listen.
swimming pool.
you're missing the point.
User
okay.
was moved to your
No,
channel.
you are missing the
Hold on.
point.
We gotta go to a different channel. 1 second.
I hope you don't mind.
No, we're in the middle of a podcast.
Invasion.
You can come join us. Just don't talk.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, hindsight's 2020. Anyway, but
This is bad boy Halo's
yeah.
fault, everyone. Blame him.
I know, but anyway. So again, the point I'm getting at is this. The point I'm getting at is the one. I haven't even attacked the fact that a helmet is not actually going to give you any extra protection in real life. I have not even attacked that point. I have not attacked the point that helmets block certain levels of visibility and being able to see oncoming risks and dangers. I haven't even attacked whether or not the government should go and force people to do things just because they will make them safer, okay? Guess what? It would be much safer if everybody walked around in a giant bubble suit. Okay, does that mean the government should force everybody to do that? Obviously not. But I haven't attacked any of that. The only point I am attacking is the main one that you keep bringing up, and that is that helmets will inevitably lead people to being safer. And guess what, Muffin? The data does not show that. And in fact, the data shows the opposite, that helmets on people when they're riding bikes cause them to take more risks. And you will see the same behavior with people as they're walking around in public. People will feel safer because they're wearing a helmet, and they will feel like they can take bigger risks, and that will lead to more people being
No, but
injured
the point of the
than there were
helmets,
before.
the point of the helmets is to prevent unexpected accidents. Okay.
Yeah, but that's
It's not because
matter.
of people taking risks. It's going to be things like bricks falling off construction sites and landing on the street and hitting people in the head.
Wow.
It's
You
not
people
like
already
someone
wear
wearing a helmet
helmets
isn't
on
going to affect
construction
that.
sites. Okay,
No,
great.
falling
Thank you
onto
for
the street.
requiring me to wear a helmet in my house while I'm on the toilet. I'm so at risk
Well, yeah,
of a brick
there is-
falling on
There
my
is
head.
always a possibility of your house crumbling down.
Brick
I can
falling
see
on my
look,
head.
Your wall is made of a piece of wood. Look, I can see it.
Your whole argument.
Your house is gonna rot and fall down on your head whilst you're on the toilet.
Oh my goodness. Why is the rat frozen? Look, the point is the rat is frozen A60.
Yeah, it says
Save the rat.
it disconnected the call.
Do I need to refresh it?
Yeah, try. That's live. That's what happens live.
Okay. Come on, over here. Lay down.
Oh yeah, it's back. It's back.
Stay.
On the HUS, you're listening to the weirdest talk show. And
All
that
right,
goes weirdly.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back, guys.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Are we going to break?
Yeah, we can.
Good.
Right after Alvaro Soler with Lady Bertad right now on HUS. And we're back on HUS.
The weirdest talk show all around the world.
This looks fun.
Horses are a lot more complicated to make and manufacture than a t-shirt.
We've broken a lot of rules.
On Only HUS.
Hey guys, we're back. And I successfully positioned the rat in a location. Anyway, so George, where were we? We were in the middle of our discussion.
I think you were saying how helmets are great.
No, I was saying, okay, that's your main argument, right? Is that this will promote safety and this will end up with more people being safe, correct?
Yes.
But you understand how, based on real human data taken from people wearing helmets, okay, that is not what's actually happened. And to top it all off, a bunch of the other benefits you gave, like, oh, you'll be able to sell helmets, you'll be able to buy a Skippy helmet. We could already do that, okay? If somebody wanted to buy a Skippy helmet, they
but
could
no
do
one's
that.
gonna right now. No one's gonna buy a
Why?
helmet.
Why not? Why isn't anyone gonna buy?
Because
and
people
wear a
don't
Skippy
wear
helmet?
helmets everywhere, right?
Okay, but why?
if we
wouldn't-
made- if
okay,
we
so
made
why
it
aren't you
the
gonna walk around in
fashion
public
wearing
with a helmet?
helmets, we're gonna-
Explain why you will not walk around in public wearing a helmet.
Because
Explain.
people think you're stupid.
Exactly.
No, but-
People
but-
think that wearing helmets looks pretty stupid.
Well, yeah,
Because you
currently
don't
it's
see a
not
bunch
the
of people
law.
walking around wearing a
okay,
wearing a
well,
helmet.
like 1,000 years ago, people would think it would be pretty stupid if you were walking around in clothes. Exactly.
Do you think helmets are the next step in
times
human
change,
evolution?
Okay? Times change. Okay, so we need to get on this helmet train.
On the
okay, because it's taking
train?
us. It's taking us to Helmet City, and helmets are good.
Yes,
Now, I've
but
actually just pulled
have
up a
you ever
statistic
tried to
that
sleep
helmets-
while wearing a
helmets
helmet,
are
George?
88% effective in mitigating head and brain injuries.
Yes, but it doesn't
88%.
matter how
And
effective
they're like, oh, you
they
want to sleep
are.
in a helmet? Listen, you said you
No.
can change your helmet if you need to change it. People are going to start selling comfort helmets. They're going to be
It
so
doesn't.
comfy. They're going to be better than our current
because
clothes.
it still
You're gonna
has
have
to
helmets
be a helmet.
that
It
have,
still
like,
has to be a helmet.
they have air
otherwise it
conditioning in
defeats-
them. They have heating in them. So if you're cold, you
No,
get cold. If they're
It
hot, you're
still
hot. They'll be
has to.
They'll have memory foam walls. It's going to be
It's
so
still-
comfortable. It'll be your own little environment in there. They can even add TV screens to the visor. You can literally have the best experience inside of your helmet. It's
No!
like a VR helmet.
It still
It'll be
has
so
to
perfect.
meet the minimum criteria of a helmet. Otherwise, there's no point in it. Wouldn't you agree? So that's
Well,
the
no,
point.
you're gonna
Try-
have
Good luck
leisure helmets.
sleeping.
Listen, you're
in
gonna have
a
leisure
bike
helmets and you're
helmet.
gonna have outdoor helmets.
Have
There's-
you
there's
ever
gonna be-
tried sleeping in a
There's
helmet,
gonna
George?
there's gonna be
Have you
certain
ever tried it?
standards for outside, but within controlled environments like your house, why not? We can let them have leisure helmets. You know, they
Yes,
can be a
but
lot
a
more
leisure
comfortable.
helmet is not.
They can be a
gonna
lot more
thing-
comfortable
No,
while still
you're
while still
now you're
providing
being
a
crazy.
high-
Oh,
still
leisure
providing a
helmet.
high percentage of.
And then you're saying
effectiveness.
no. Then you're saying goodbye to hairstyles. No more hairstyles, everybody. You're wearing helmets. Imagine
Yeah,
if
we can just
everybody
have-
told you to wear
We can
hats
just get
everywhere.
hair. We can get
Like, that'd be
hairstyles on
stupid.
top of your helmet.
On top of your helmet. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You won't have to buy shampoo and conditioner anymore. You just shave your head. I mean, you're already bald.
This
so I
isn't
don't know.
an advantage.
I don't know what you're
These
talking
are all
about,
disadvantages.
but-
There, people like styling their hair. People
Yeah,
like
we're just gonna
dyeing
have
their
to.
hair. You're just
we're gonna
saying
have-
goodbye to all of
We're
that.
gonna be able to get different haircuts on top of your helmet. Okay, you're gonna
I know,
swap out
but
your
you're
haircuts
you're
daily,
saying
or
goodbye
even whenever
to
you want.
all of that.
You can literally carry around a different hairstyle with you if you want to swap it out. Let's say you want to go to a rock concert. You get your
Hey, wait, George, isn't
Mohican
a leisure
hairstyle
helmet?
out. and then you come
Just-
home, you need to go to a business
George,
meeting, you
George,
change out your
isn't a
hairstyle.
leisure helmet just a regular hat?
No,
Isn't
because
that
it still
basically-
provides a high percentage
No,
of
I'm
effectiveness
sorry,
against
George.
head and brain
This
injuries.
policy is ridiculous. Again, like I've stated, if your whole point is
This fact
you want
makes
people to be
helmets the most
safer,
effective way to
if
reduce
you
your risk
want
of traumatic
people to
brain
be
injury or
safe,
death.
you're not going to have people being safer if they're walking around wearing helmets because you will lead people to taking bigger risks and you'll end up with people being more injured. Helmets are great in certain activities where people are not going to be taking risky behaviors because the helmet is just there to provide a safety aspect, like wearing a helmet on a construction site. The reason why you wear helmets on construction sites is in case something gets dropped on your head, it reduces the chance of you being killed. But guess what? Okay, you don't having policies that require people to wear helmets on bikes. It makes it so people throw helmets on, they go riding their bike, and they're like, "Oh, I can make this jump." They feel safer because they're wearing a helmet, and they take more risks. You're putting people in that exact same situation, but instead of just when riding their bikes, you're putting them in that situation everywhere. I don't have to look both ways before crossing the street. I've got a helmet on, and people will do stupid things. Okay,
I'm just slightly concerned that your only argument is an uncited, supposed review on the
look
fact that
it up. You're an adult. You don't
I
need me
think
to
you should
Google it
well,
for you.
You should provide it for me. I don't think that
I don't need to
wearing
provide
a
it for you.
helmet-
Go look it up
wearing a
yourself.
helmet does not increase the amount of accidents.
It does. Studies show that places implement forced helmet wearing laws when people ride bikes lead to greater injuries and greater fatalities when people are riding bikes. Studies show an increase in.
No, it doesn't
Look it up.
increase greater fatalities. Helmets
Look,
introduce an
it's
88% effectiveness. 88%. That's basically 100. Just round it up. Okay.
82.
And why
Okay.
why is your wall like smiling? You see that? It's like a smiley face on the wall.
Are you
You're an
okay?
oddball, aren't you? Anyway,
The two circles and there's like a mouth. It's like really big lips.
oh my gosh. You're crazy. Look, George, the point I'm getting at is your goal is you want to make people safer. Okay, you presented all these things that you say a helmet's going to make you safer, but guess what? All these situations that a helmet is supposed to make you safer in it's not actually going to help you make you safer because you're already not at risk of being injured in those situations. And now you've just added an extra layer of inconvenience. Like, good luck washing your head while you're in the shower with a helmet on. Okay, good luck getting a good night's sleep with a helmet on your head. Okay, you've now added a huge level of uncomfortability and inconvenience to everyday life, and you've added basically no protection, and you've actually increased the amount of risk taking that people are going to achieve, which the data shows. You're not making people safer. In fact, I'd say you're making people more risk prone and more likely to take risks, which in my opinion makes people less safe.
Okay, well that's just your opinion.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point of the show, you muffin top.
It's just your incorrect opinion. You just think that helmets cause people to be crazy.
It's not that they cause people to be crazy. It's that they make people feel safe. And when people feel safe, their risk threshold goes up. Think
Well, they
about
are
it.
safe when they're wearing the helmet.
Yeah, unless they do something that pushes them above the helmet safety range.
So if you
okay?
do something that you wouldn't do when you're not wearing a helmet, that's not our fault. Okay. If you're like, oh, this helmet is so safe, I can jump out of a plane right now, then looks like they just won the Darwin Award. Okay. It's not.
So you're
our fault.
incentivizing people potentially being killed because they make a stupid decision while they're wearing a helmet. You think that's okay?
No, people just won't make stupid decisions. Or of course, we will have some informational websites and videos and resources for people to let them know, no, these helmets not make you invincible. These helmets just simply reduce the risk of you getting injured if an accident does occur. It doesn't.
So you
reduce
don't
the
think
risk of an
people
accident
realize
occurring.
that with helmets on bikes already? You don't think people already know that the helmet doesn't make them invincible?
People wear helmets on bikes because they know if they fall off, then they're going to be in a lot of trouble. So they wear
Oh
the
my
helmet
goodness.
because it protects them. and this is why we need to implement wearing helmets.
People,
everywhere.
bunch of people are
You don't
only wearing
only have
helmets
accidents
because
on
the
bikes.
law.
You think the
requires
only
them to.
accidents happen on bikes? Accidents happen everywhere.
The point is, answer this question: do you or do you not feel safer when you are wearing a helmet on a bike?
I feel safer, but I don't feel like the I
Thank
feel
you.
safer.
I
knowing-
rest my case.
No, I feel
You
safer
will
knowing that
feel
if an
safer,
accident
and
does
you are
occur,
therefore more
I will
likely
be
to
less
take
likely
risks.
to be injured.
No, because the
I'm not
safer
gonna
you
take
feel,
more risks.
the
I
higher
will not
your
take
risk
more risks.
threshold. Well, that's not what the data shows. So I'm sorry, but you're wrong.
Show me this data. Oh, there is no data.
literally Google it, you muffin top. I will link you to an article if you want to see it because you're apparently too muffiny to go and look it up yourself.
You're too muffiny.
There, that literally
let's see
took
this
me like a
article.
second to Google. Let me find another source.
There's all this anti-helmet propaganda that you're farming.
Anti-helmet propaganda. You're the one
Yes.
with the helmet propaganda. You just want everybody. You're a part of Big Helmet Corporation. You just want big helmet. Everybody to walk around wearing helmets. That's it. How much is the helmet company paying you, George? That's what you sound like when you say that.
The stonks are gonna go absolutely crazy.
The
Helmet
stonks?
stonks.
What
Yeah.
are you talking about?
Okay, let's read
Like,
your.
You know what?
filthy little
My
article.
rat disagrees with you. She thinks you're crazy.
Well, your rat is a dog, so
Yeah, and she
Your-
knows more about this than you do. Look at
your
that
dog
face.
should be wearing a helmet. Your dog is
Wow.
at a lot of
You
risk.
really
Of
just insult
your
my-
dog is in danger.
You're boring her. She is literally bored out of her mind listening to you. She just yawned.
Probably yawn because she has to live with you all the time. You're not wearing a helmet, and it's tiring being so worried about your protection of your head.
Being so worried about the protection of your head. Yes. Let me ask
I think
you
we're
a
going
question.
a bit off topic,
George,
but
how old are you?
this is private information.
But clearly you're over 15, right?
Maybe.
Well, the point I'm getting at is you have gone 15 years. Have you ever been injured
Yes.
in your head severely?
Yes.
I can tell. No, the point I'm getting at is you've never been cripplingly injured in your head.
I am
And
just
that is
one person out of billions in the world.
Exactly. But the point is, most people in their day-to-day life are not severely injured on their head or even in situations where they would need to wear a helmet in order to be safe. And you want to take all of those situations where people are in no danger of being injured by being hit on the head by something or being injured where a helmet would have helped them, and you just want to add the inconvenience of having them wear a helmet? Why? Point. You're not making anyone any safer. Helmets, look, if I'm not in a situation where a helmet would help me if I was going to get injured, then your policy of requiring me to wear a helmet isn't going to help me at all.
Dream Boy Halo is on the stream.
Okay. Anyway.
I mean, okay.
All right. You know what? We'll be right back, everybody. Do you want to say anything before we leave?
Stan Dream Boy Halo.
Dream Boy Halo.
We'll be right back on the visuals. Right after Pink and Pralin with hers to be.
The weirdest talk show all around the world.
This looks fun.
Horses are a lot more complicated to make and manufacture than a t-shirt.
We've broken a lot of rules.
On Only HOS.
Hey, we're back, everybody. Thank you for sticking around through the break. Anyway, George, it is time for closing arguments. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Do you want to go first? Whoever goes first gets a closing statement at the very end.
You can have your closing statement.
So you want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay. I'll go first then. All right. Guys, muffins, I'm going to be straightforward with you. Okay. Helmets are great. I agree with everything that George has said when he talks about helmets being good things to help lower your chance of being injured. I agree with all that. I think in general, helmets do make you safer. However, when you look at large groups of people, the data shows that forcing people to wear helmets puts people in situations where they are more likely to take chances and do risky behavior that they otherwise would not have done. Okay. If you take the data extrapolated from people riding bikes and going places, and getting into accidents while wearing helmets, okay, you find that people are more likely when riding a bike to take bigger risks and bigger chances when wearing a helmet than when not. When they're not wearing a helmet, they're much more careful. And if you take that and you expand that data to people walking around in public, then logic dictates that by forcing people to wear helmets, people are more likely to do risky things that they otherwise would not have done when walking around in real life. And that is the point that I'm getting at. George says that he will make people safer and cause less injuries by having people walk around everywhere wearing a helmet. That will not happen, okay? Disregarding the fact that wearing a helmet in the shower is completely inconvenient and just uncomfortable and will not be very good for shower taking. Discounting the fact that wearing a helmet in bed is not going to help you at all in trying to get a good night's sleep. Discounting the fact of trying to wear headphones or other types of head equipment while wearing a helmet, or just trying to go about your day-to-day life with something heavy on your head. Discounting all of those reasons why wearing a helmet everywhere is completely stupid and ridiculous. Discounting all of those things, the simple answer is George's whole, it will make you safer and lead to less people being injured, is just completely wrong. He's completely wrong. It is not going to do that. And the data shows that. George?
Okay. Well, even though I have not fact-checked your data that helmets cause more injuries, let's just pretend it does. Let's even say it causes 50% more injuries, which it probably doesn't. Now, the helmet, as I've already stated earlier, it's 88% effective at it reduces your injury chance by 88%. Okay, so the difference, 88 and 50, we still have a net increase of reduced injuries by wearing a helmet. Even if we do wear a helmet and it causes more injuries, those injuries are less likely to be actually, they cause an injury. When I say, okay, there's more accidents that may occur, but the injuries that result from those accidents will be majorly reduced. And you're like, oh, we don't want the comfort factor. Like I said, the helmet industry is going to change if this happens. If everyone has to wear a helmet, do you know how much money will be going into this helmet design, helmet efficiency, helmet comfort? Everyone will have to have a helmet, maybe even multiple. That's like selling. I don't even know. What does everyone have? No one has everything. Everyone is going to be required to have. That's like selling T-shirts. Okay, everyone needs T-shirts. Okay, there's just going to be all your points about the comfort, using it in the shower. All these problems are going to be fixed by people who are very smart in this area. They're going to know how to fix these problems, and we'll just adapt to wearing helmets all the time.
Okay. Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Helmets are just the perfect the perfect solution to what we need. Reducing injuries.
Okay. Well, all right. Time for my closing statement. George, I appreciate your arguments. I really do. Okay. I think they come from a good place. But again, as I will just restate, if your goal is to reduce risk, reduce injury by forcing people to wear helmets, then the data does not back that up. And simply saying that you're going to cause a boost in economic growth by making people wear helmets and therefore they will be, it's going to boost the economy. I don't think boosting the economy at the expense of people's at the expense of people's convenience, at the expense of people's safety is a good thing. Okay? You're not making people safer by forcing them to wear helmets. The data backs that up. I'm sorry to say, but that the whole spiel you went on about that is just not correct. Okay, and that's my closing statement.
Incorrect closing statement.
Okay, well, you're free to hold your own opinion, and I'm free to hold mine. Thank you. All right. Everybody, I'm going to go ahead and post on Twitter the poll. Please go ahead and vote on who you think did the best job defending their position. Don't just vote for the person you like the most or the person you agree with. Vote for whoever did the best job defending and backing up their position. I'm going to go ahead and tweet the poll out now. You have 5 minutes to vote.
The Twitter is at Saints of Games.
Yes. At Saints of Games, A60, can you post the link in the chat?
Yeah, of course. I'm going to. You posted it?
Yes. And then, would you want... Oh, I got a great idea, George, for our 5-minute debate. Okay? 5-minute debate is that this little rat right here is the cutest little thing in the whole world. Okay? You're arguing against it. I'm arguing in favor of it. Ready?
Wait.
Ready? Let's begin. 3, 2, 1.
You're trying to get people to hate you now by hating your rat.
No, this is a different debate. Again,
no, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, he's hating on the rat."
No.
I'm just gonna
my
open
PC
up
just
the
did a
discussion.
small lag, but it's okay.
Obviously, my rat is the cutest little thing. Look at how cute that is. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, so cute. Yes, you are. You're so cute. Oh, I love you. Go ahead, George.
I can't go against rat.
Go ahead. Defend that she is not the cutest. Go ahead.
The rat does not need defending. The rat is clearly perfection.
Oh,
okay.
So cute.
There's no need for this debate.
Is perfection.
You know what?
Perfection.
We'll be right back. Right after Martin Solveig. We think for you.
Always stay when the night is done. You got the kind of thing I should run from. But that's the reason why it's so fun. I always come back. Sending all the wrong signals to my brain. Sending all the right feelings through my veins. I should go, but I never walk away. Always make the same mistakes. No, I never change. I got a thing for you. I got a thing for the things that I shouldn't do. And when I'm next to you, I get those fucked up feelings. I do, 'cause I got a thing for you. I got a thing for the things that I shouldn't do. And when I'm next to you, I get those fucked up feelings. I do, 'cause I got a couple things that I'm trying to fix, but I think I like all my dirty habits. Maybe I'm a little too used to it, 'cause I always come back. Sending all the wrong signals to my brain. Sending all the right feelings through my veins. I should go, but I never walk away. Always make the same mistakes. No, I never change. I got a thing for you. I got a thing for the things that I shouldn't do. And when I'm next to
Fun.
Horses are a lot more complicated to make and manufacture than a t-shirt.
We've broken a lot of rules.
On Only HQS.
Good girl. Are we live? Are we
Yes, we are. I said it.
Okay. Hey everybody! All right, so thank you everybody for voting in the poll. It looks like it's ending, and it looks like George 19%, Bad Boy Halo 46%, Ty 7%, didn't tune in 28%. So it looks like that's about where the poll is going to end. So thank you everybody for voting. Let's go ahead and do our 5 p.m. Topic. Oh, before we continue with the show, I do want to say, guys, that just for the record, that entire discussion, we weren't necessarily defending our actual position. Just keep that in mind. The show, we pick a topic, we randomly pick who will defend each position. Anything we say is not necessarily our actual opinion. We're just trying to defend our point. Okay, I just want to make sure you guys understand that. In case anyone didn't realize what they were walking into. So obviously, you know, if I say things bad about helmets, that's not actually my position. Just keep that in mind. Anyway, what should we do for our quick 5-minute topic? Any suggestions in the chat? We usually like to take suggestions from people. Anyone?
Mm-hmm.
Anyone?
Let's
we could
not
pick
leave a blank as 10 seconds and we get out.
Should we pick a semi-serious topic? What do you guys think? Anyone want to propose a semi-serious topic? Because again, not super serious. We could do like KSI or Logan Paul in the upcoming fight. We could do like a random political topic. Pineapple pizza versus cheese dogs versus cats. Ooh, that'd be an interesting one. What about rats versus cats? Oh, my little rat.
I want to know what's on your wall. What is that on your wall?
What? A sticker? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just there. I think it was a random sticker I got. And then I can't remember. Stay. I can't remember what I did, like what it is. I don't know. Watermelon on pizza? Ew. That sounds gross. Jeffree Star versus James Charles. I don't know, guys. I've grown kind of fond of James Charles, at least. I remember like way back in the day, I was like, oh, I don't really like James Charles, but I didn't really know why. But having seen their interactions in like private group chats with a bunch of YouTubers, and I've seen James Charles stand up to certain unnamed individuals where no one else would, I gotta say, I'm a pretty big fan of James Charles, at least so far as I don't necessarily like their content, but I do think James Charles is a pretty good person, at least so far as my interactions with them and what I've seen them do. I was in a group chat with James Charles, a bunch of other YouTubers, fun fact, and every other YouTuber. There was one person in the chat that was doing something that was completely antithetical towards the rest of the group chat, and the only person who stood up against this individual was James Charles. So just on that note, James Charles gets props from me.
I mean, you know, they all know which conversation you're talking about.
I know. They
816, why did you post a picture
but I'm not
of the wooden wall with my smiley face on it?
Hi, Dream. What's up?
Anyway,
that's how you
just
summon
ignored
a dream.
my question.
Hi, Dream. Dream, we're in the middle of a podcast. Dream, give us a random 5-minute discussion topic. Go.
Okay, why did A60 put a photo on his Twitter?
Not random. You gotta give us a random versus. Go ahead. Come on. Random topic. Minecraft Monday versus Minecraft Saturday?
No.
I'm kidding. Let's stay away from any actually controversial topics. That's the whole point of the show. But if nobody knows our real opinion, does it really
Air
matter?
conditionings can only be set to 70 degrees.
Okay. All right, George.
What is that in regular?
George, heads,
numbers?
you're in favor of it. Tails, you're opposed to it. Okay.
That's like 27 or something. Wait,
All right.
I don't know.
All right, heads.
Hey Siri, flip a coin.
It's heads.
All right, you're in favor of air conditionings can only be set to 70 degrees.
All right,
And
70
70
degrees or
Fahrenheit
20,
is
21
one.
Celsius. Yeah, 21 Celsius.
Obviously,
Celsius.
this is stupid. Some people like their houses colder. Some people like their houses hotter. Requiring people to set it at 78 degrees is stupid. Because what if I want to save energy and I don't want to cool my house as much and I'm fine with it being 75? Or I don't want to heat up my house as much and I'm fine with it being a little bit colder. Right? Some people want to save electricity. So, hey, what are you trying to kill the planet, George? The pile of bodies you will have as a result of this policy is mountains of corpses.
Corpses from setting it to 70?
Corpses of requiring everybody to set it to 70.
Oh, this is
I have absolutely
I don't know
no
what to say.
idea
Um,
what's going on. They don't hear me right now, but I have no
I
clue
don't
what's
know what
going
to
on.
say. I mean, this is actually a terrible idea.
No, you're in favor of it.
Wait, why?
You're
Well, yeah,
the
I mean,
one-
it's a terrible idea to keep it at 21.
What? No, you're in favor of it.
I know I am.
Okay, then defend it.
Thinking.
Here, let's
I don't
flip. I'll defend it. Okay. Obviously, this is a great idea. Okay, people are setting their ACs way too high. Requiring them to keep it at a maximum of 70 will save electricity and help the planet.
No, because because there are people that don't need it. The heating on right now, like it's hot in a lot of places, and there's like a lot of the world is hot, and you just want to force everyone to turn their heating on and keep it
What?
there. And there's places
What are you
that are like
talking about?
sub-zero.
It's basically
like the whole of Alaska.
it's keeping the
putting
AC
their
at
temperatures
70. It's not like, oh, it's hot, you have to turn your house into an oven even more. No, it's like the lowest you can turn your AC to get your house cool is 70, Matt. Okay? I don't see a problem with that.
I think we've actually got slight differences here because we don't actually have AC really in the UK. We have heating because it's always so cold here. We don't need AC. So I'm just thinking 21, you have to put your heating to make it heat to 21. But you're saying you need to put your AC to cool it down to 21. Right?
I am saying that this is obviously a good policy, and I feel like you're being hypocritical.
Well,
Are you trying to kill people, George? You do not care
No.
about the planet.
I think you're trying to kill people. You're going to force like the whole of Africa, the whole of South America, everywhere it's hot, Australia. You're going to force
It's
everyone.
just you can't make it colder than 70. How is this bad?
It's a terrible idea. If you have all these okay, let's go for cold places. All the cold places, right? You're going to force everyone to make their heating 21. Okay, one that might not even be enough to keep them warm. Okay, so then they'll be like, oh, I don't know, I want to even.
What? 70 degrees isn't enough to keep people warm? What is
No,
wrong
that's
with
like
you?
that's literally room temperature. Like,
Yeah, that's the point.
when you've been outside, I mean, when you've been working outside, you know,
Oh my
shoveling
gosh,
snow all day,
you're crazy.
you want to come into a nice toasty warm house.
Oh my
And
gosh.
what? You're just limiting people to the lowest of low room temperature.
Wow. Okay. Anyway, my rat just freaked out. There's another rat barking. Anyway, thank you, George. We've gone over our time a little bit. Anyway, guys, thank you for stopping by. George, you want to shout out any of your stuff?
George not found on everything,
George not found
even on
everything.
MySpace,
on YouTube,
On TikTok?
MySpace, Twitter, TikTok.
Not TikTok yet. No one take
Tinder.
that name, please.
Not yet.
Anyway, everybody check out George Not Found. If you want to follow me, it's at Saints of Games on Twitter, Bad Boy Halo on YouTube. Thanks for coming to the Weirdest Debate Show podcast. Again, anything you heard here is not necessarily reflective of the opinions.
It definitely
of people
isn't.
here. We just pick random topics and we discuss them randomly for fun. A6D, you want to take us out?
Cindy's coming next. And just
Ooh, Cindy.
after one ad. But yeah, she's coming.
Yep. The next show, by the way, next podcast will be Tuesday. So I hope to see you muffins there.
Same time, same station. Goodbye.
Yay. Bye.
Number one.
At least in your heart, I think.